no electricity, no problem. Today we're talking about gas cookers, okay? So if you're off the grid, you've got no gas central heating, no mains gas coming in, you've got no electricity at all for whatever reason, okay? This will absolutely get you through most things, okay? All we're going to be doing is talking about cooking with gas, what to do and what not to do, and some little hints and tips. So stay tuned to the end of the video for some cool little tips, okay? So without further ado, if you can, hit the thumbs up if you like the video and subscribe, it really helps. But more importantly, hit that notification bell. You need to make sure that that's checked. Okay, so let's go over these two cool cooking systems, the big one and the little one. So there we go. How cool is that? Now basically what this is, it's almost like a briefcase type carry, okay? It closes up completely and you can just close it and carry it anywhere you go with ease. All right, seriously cool bit of kit. So we're going to go through it. So as you can probably tell, as you open it, it raises all by itself. It's on these two side mounts, okay? So once you've got it set up, you can push them down to stabilize it. All right, that will accidentally stop this coming down on top of your cooking. So it's real basic, I know. 2 rings and a grill as well. Now I love to use this sort of size gas bottle with this. You can get smaller ones. These ones I really get on well with, okay? Now it's got a different type of regulator on there, so we're going to go through that at some point soon. So what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about how easy it is to cook at home or even in your vehicle if you've got the space. These are fantastic. Right, before we get started, safety first, all right? Always use a carbon monoxide detector stroke alarm when using naked flames in a confined space. Absolutely essential, okay? You do not need carbon monoxide poisoning in your life. It kills. Please get one if you're thinking of purchasing something like this. So let's get on with it. Safety first. So we're looking again at our hose, making sure that there's no cracks in there. And a couple of them guys kindly commented on my previous video about the gas heaters, about the Jubilee clip, all right? They're absolutely right. That's now been tightened up and this one has been checked. It does not move, okay? You can't spin it around. That's firmly in place on there. You're looking at areas around here where there's any splits. So I advise you give it a bend in all directions, okay? If you start to see any signs of any split forming, you need to get yourself a new hose. Always make sure you've got your couple of spares. They don't cost a lot of money, okay? You can find them online. Again, down there, there's another Jubilee clip. That is nice and tight and been checked. And again, I checked it earlier. There's no splits anywhere, especially on each of these ends, okay? So back there and up here, but not forgetting all the way along it, okay? You really do need to check because you do not want gas leaks, okay? Now, some of you guys asked me in previous videos about regulators, etc. Here's one, and I'm going to show you on the screen now, okay? So if you want to do a screenshot or take a photograph with your phone, anything like that, okay? These are awesome. They're very cheap and very easy to use, okay? If you can look, let me just turn it around. If you can look on there, it's just one lever, all right, and a button. So now we are going to install the regulator onto your gas bottle. Make sure that this is in the off position. Don't forget that is on, that is off, okay? You can do a little check before, you can press the button and you watch inside, okay? That works. So what you need to do is you need to hold this down firmly, okay? Push it down on top. Once you've got it down there, you pull the switch out. Make sure that it's on there, okay? So you push the button in, you push this device downwards, and then with that button there, you pull it out and you just move it around, okay? And then once it's on there, it's not coming off, it's safe. Right, once it's safe, you can then turn it on. Like I say, you probably heard a little bit of a then, as it's done. That's it now. the line is now open and gas is going through that pipe as we speak. So to make it easy, all right, what I tend to do is I just make sure that all of these pipes are out the way, okay? So you just turn it around, move it somewhere safe, and make sure that that is not going to interfere with any of your gas, which is going to be coming out of these two rings. So all of the safety checks have been done, we're connected, we're turned on, and we're ready to go. All we need to do now is these little control knobs. You got 1 and 2, and that one for the grill. Not a problem, these come off and I can just use it on there. They always get lost, they fall off, I don't know where they go, but that's how it is. So all we've got to do is remember that the dot is facing to the top. All we've got to do is depress it and turn it. Now you can use this if you want to, but they've got these. Nice and simple. Again, exactly the same with the other side. You push it in, and there you have it. Absolutely cooking on gas. At the moment, they are on full, okay? You can push it in and turn it again to that position. Same with this one. So if you wanted to simmer something, you do want it burnt, etc. And obviously you're going to save gas that way. That's absolutely fine. Like I said with these, all I do is I put it on there, I turn it. If you wanted to, there is a little grill that comes with this, it's indoors. That just goes underneath, so you want to do toast, that sort of thing. So I've taken this to Prepper Meats and lots of other places. I've done full English breakfast with toast and everything with this. It cools down, packs away, take it away, job done. This is a great bit of kit. You can put it under the stairs, stick it out of the way for a rainy day. You can get some gas bottles, keep them away from your property, put them in the shed so they're nice and safe away from anything which can ignite them, okay? So when you come to use it, you've got a power cut or whatever it is, at least you can cook. And obviously if it's freezing cold, you can warm your hands up there as well. It will absolutely do. So now we're going on to something smaller and more compact. These are absolutely brilliant for small rooms, in a vehicle, etc. Fantastic. Now this one happens to be super cool because it's for cold weather conditions. Now, do you want to see something quite hilarious? I brought a good stock of these in 2019. Guess how much? This is, what is it, 230 grams. All right, so that gives you an idea of the size. Look how much they cost back then. Yeah, £2.49 from good old Trago Mills down in Falmouth. Awesome. So if you haven't done so already, get loads of things like this because the prices are going to skyrocket and the availability is going to be unbearable. Okay, so the sooner as you get gas, the better. All right, this is by a company called Go Systems. All right. No, I'm not being paid by these. I bought this with my own money. This one is called a Thailight. Let me just show you a bit of a close up there. Thailight as in titanium. All right, lightweight. The reason that I bought this is because it's more powerful, more lighter and cheaper than that little thing that everyone talks about, the MSR pocket rocket. I think one of the issues is a lot of people buy into the name. Oh, it sounds cool, it must be brilliant. No, guess what? This is more powerful than the pocket rocket, and it's cheaper and it's lighter. So I don't really care about brands and keeping up with the Joneses, so I chose the Thailight by Go Systems. Absolutely fantastic. It's an absolute jet engine. Okay, so we're going to put that on there. Nice and simple. All right. Always make sure that it's on nice and tight. All right. So now that's in place, we've got our adjuster. Make sure that these are open and they're in good working order. If you want to put like a pot on there, a cup, a frying pan, it will absolutely do. Okay. So obviously this one's got no petrol ignition, no problem at all. We just turn it and light it. And you see how cool that is? Now, trust me, I am not exaggerating. These are super powerful. You can boil a whole cup of water in a minute or less with this. You ready? So yeah, absolutely super powerful, and I've never ever had any problems with these at all. I liked it so much I brought another one as a backup. The old rule is 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So if you've got something that's really valuable, really important, and you've only got one of them, if something happens to that and you can't repair it, that's it, you actually lose that device. So because these were affordable, these were, I don't know, between 20 and 30 pounds, something like that. I've had them for years and they absolutely work, and they've never ever failed me. So there we have it, something smaller if you haven't got the room or the money to get the larger one, which was the camping gas we saw earlier. The good thing about these also, when you want to simmer, it's really perfect. You can get that exactly how you want it. You see how controllable that is. You can really get that down low. Okay, so if you're doing a stew or something slow, alright, look at that. I just absolutely love it. Super low, super controllable. Obviously if you're going to be using something like this, you do need to get it out of the wind. So in a vehicle, in a room, you're absolutely fine. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely still going. That's really good, because a lot of these gas stoves, you can't turn them down really low. Alright, they usually just go straight off. But that, as you can tell, is still on. If I keep turning it slowly, it's going to go out eventually. Wow, that is still going. Yeah, really controllable. Okay, I'll just turn it off like that. Simple. Okay, thanks for watching this video and stand to the end for the all important tip, which I'll try and do at the end of the videos. Okay, all about safety so far. Okay, so you do not need to forget that carbon monoxide detector. Okay, I can't point out enough, all of the videos in this off-grid series involving flame will have that warning on there. There's no excuse, there's no reason to make that fatal mistake, because carbon monoxide can kill. Serious stuff. Okay, so that's the camping gas chef, I think it's called, or camping chef. This is the tip. Every time that you take this somewhere, always make sure that you've got this in there. So what I do is I just get a clear sealy bag, put it all in there, it just keeps it all nice and clean. Alright, so in there we've got the grill. Okay, so you do not need to forget it. Okay, so that grill actually lives underneath inside, comes removable for cleaning. Okay, and you can get this to maneuver it. Most important thing is the instructions, or the instructions. Okay, so let me just show you a little close-up of some of the specs on there, in case some of you guys are interested. So there you go, if you wanted to pause the screen, screenshot if you want to, it's all there. It'll tell you everything you need to know, but more importantly than that, always make sure that you've got a filled up lighter in there ready. There can be nothing worse than in an emergency, you need to boil water, you need to cook food or whatever it is, and you can't find the lighter, you can't find the matches. Keep something like this in it. Okay, make sure that it's full up, you've got a window on there, there's no excuse. And also the good thing about these, if I can see it on there, there's a lock. All right, so you can lock that. So if you've got kiddies or toddlers running around, you can lock that, put it in there, and at least it buys you time to get to them if they're trying to set fire to something. Okay, so yeah, make sure that it's all full up, it works, and it's locked. All right, you keep that in there, like I said, with all of the grill stuff, keep it all safe and clean. That way, like I said, if you go to use it in an emergency, it's one less thing to worry about. Okay, so usually when people panic or where there's chaos or whatever, it's very hard to think straight. If you've got all of this squared away in there like that. Okay, another little thing as well, always make sure that these are cooled down sufficiently before you close it. Don't make that mistake by just turning them off and then closing this down. It's going to burn all of the paintwork on there, it's going to stink. And another little thing before I go, always make sure that you give these a good clean. All right, especially if you're doing a fry-off or something, fat will spit everywhere. It sticks on there, it stinks, dirt and fluff gets stuck to it. When you turn it on, it burns off, it smells, it's not good. Try and keep it clean, make sure it's bone dry, then you can just store it away. But like I just forgot, these little side things here, you can pull these up, it will stop it accidentally falling down, then you can close it down. Okay, 1 clip, 2 clip. So there it is, one of the best home blackout preps that you can get. Okay, just add a gas bottle. Now I know they're getting very, very hard to find at the moment. I've been saying this for months now on live streams, get all this stuff. Now it's coming to the point where people are panicking and it's very, very hard to get gas bottles. There's quite a few gas bottles with stuff in, but the problem is empty ones. You need to get an empty one to swap it for a full one. Okay, that's the deal. Problem is the empty ones are going up in price, and I've seen silly money going hands over fist for that. £65 for an empty 15 kilo gas bottle. Yes, I know. And £120 for a full one. Absolutely criminal, insane. There's always going to be profiteering in times like these. Okay, so if you haven't got them already, good luck. If you stayed ahead of the game like I've been advising for a long time, congratulations, well done. I'm so glad to have helped and you got what you needed to get. So that will enable you to absolutely cook off grid. Okay, so no electricity, no problem. We're trying our best to help people, right, stay fed and stay warm through this winter. After that, everything's going to change. There's all sorts of different things coming down the line. We just need to adapt accordingly so we can ensure our friends and loved ones are safe, healthy and happy. Okay, all the links below. If you can hit the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, it seriously really helps. And also check the links in the description. Thanks ever so much for your support. Stay funky.